I'm Anthony Gitch. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, obviously. I'm a certified instructor with the ICBCH. I now am able to practice particularly pain management, weight reduction, weight loss, weight control, whatever you want to call it, a lot of sleep issues, smoking cessation, relaxation, and, well, MindSPA Hypnotica is my relaxation work. And I'm actually, my office is right, oh, you can't see it on this TV. So right here is my office on the 13th floor up there. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're in downtown Seattle. When they find out I'm in downtown Seattle, I'm at the Cabrini Medical Tower. Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research is on the same floor as me. There's dental offices downstairs. There's a doctor upstairs. I get referrals from all over the place from these folks because I go and I talk to them. The thing is when I first started, I had an individual office. I was paying $650 a month for 140 square feet. Now, I pay $250 a month. I've got 10 offices to choose from. Some of them look over Mount Rainier, some of them look over the Puget Sound, and some of them just look over Seattle. My clients love it. You know, they come in and they get to see all this great thing and they think, and it boasts, what does it do for my credibility? My credibility, you're at the Cabrini Medical Tower? Wow, right? And I'm like, yeah, I sure am. This is a great place, right? So there's 30 other practitioners in my office, psychiatrists, psychologists, sports psychologists, and licensed mental health counselors, that sort of thing. There are 4 other hypnotists that rent office space there. Do you know how many times I've seen them? 0, right? I'm there probably about 20 hours a week on average. Some months not so much, but usually about that. And, you know, those folks could all be in there 20 hours a week too if they follow what I'm going to teach you today, because most of them are stuck with this mindset that they don't have services to offer unless they can fix something for someone, okay? So, wrong way. All right. I'm sure you all know who this little guy is. Fix-It Felix, right? His little golden hammer. He can go around and fix everything. We focus, in hypnosis, what do we focus on? Relaxation. We tell our clients, relax and go deeper. Relax, go deeper. When we're talking in public about hypnosis to general public, close your eyes, everybody, and take a deep breath and let yourself relax on down. And now open your eyes. That's what hypnosis feels like. That's what we tell everybody, right? And then we get them into the office and we fix it. We use relaxation as a catalyst to help them change their lives. We do this in a couple sessions, and then we say, see you later. Come back when you're all fucked up again, right? Well, I'll tell you, that doesn't build your business. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. We are missing all of these other things that we can use relaxation for. Skill building, business building, client maintenance. My clients come to me, my relaxation clients come about every 3 weeks. So I've got them on a schedule, just like I had my massage people on a schedule. Before they leave the office, I'm like, when are we going to schedule this? 3 weeks from now? You need every 3 weeks. Let's keep you on this maintenance. You're doing well. Let's keep you doing well. There's no reason to help you get up here and then send you out of the office. Things are going to happen, right? These are folks, after just 5 weeks, they haven't gotten all this down. Holy crap, I've been working on myself for 20 plus years and I still screw up, right? So 5 weeks, right? We need to be able to support these people. We need to be able to continue to allow them to support us because we want their money, right? And that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing because you're offering a service that is valuable, right? And don't forget, what you're doing is valuable. You are all, every one of you that involved in this healing modality are extremely valuable. And we need to see more people out there on every single corner doing this, right? All right, let's see. Yes, I want everybody to close their eyes for a moment. And I want you to experience this with me. We're all going to walk into the coffee shop. We can hear the coffee grounding. We can hear the little steam from the mocha machine. And I want you to just allow this experience to unfold. Welcome to Latte Larry's. How can I caffeinate your world today? Well, I'd really like a large black coffee, please. No, sir. We don't offer coffee without steamed milk in it. Now, open your eyes and I ask you a question. Does that sound like a successful business model to you? No. But that's what we do. Every time we send someone out of our office without offering them hypnotic relaxation services as a way to maintain what they're doing, we are suggesting we use hypnosis, relaxation, as the main piece of what we do. And then we say, we're not going to add anything to it. We don't know how to do that. We're not going to do that. All right, that's just not going to be a very successful business model for anybody. Let me see. No. Okay, so the next one here, we've gotten this fixed mindset that we need to change people. That is not true. People want to be able to change and they can come in for that, but we need to get out of this as a collective conscious in this field. We need to start, especially, any instructors in here? Instructor, I know Jason is, I know Joseph is, okay. You people that are, your folks that are teaching folks, you need to expand their world. You need to give them the tools to go out there and be able to create a business where they don't have to feel as if they're going to fail. They're not going to fail if they're doing relaxation work. Clients are never going to fail doing relaxation work. This is a way, relaxation work is a way to build your skills. It's a way to build your confidence because there's no failing. Right? If our clients, if the first client who comes into your office is a weight loss client or a smoking client and they're not successful, what does that do for your confidence level? What does that do for your ability to help the next person, right? Then all of a sudden you're questioning yourself and, oh God, what am I doing? Did I do the right thing? Did I spend all this money on class and now I can't do anything with it? That's what a lot of people experience. You cannot fail doing relaxation work. I've never seen anybody fail. I've never had anybody have an abreaction. I've never had anybody break into tears. I've never had anything unhappy happen doing negative or doing hypnotic relaxation work. I've built my business on it. I built my business and I'm able to focus on pain management, sleep issues, all of those things that I really love. I'm able to focus on that now because of the relaxation work I did. And this is what the Fix-It mindset does for your growth and your opportunities. It limits everything that you're doing. It limits it because you're only marketing to people who want to change. There's a lot of people who don't want to change. They're completely happy in the shit they're standing in. And I can honor that. You know, I don't need to stand around them and smell it, but I can honor it. We have this fear of abreactions or client failure, right? This doesn't happen with relaxation work, like I was saying. And then we have the same, selling the same services that everybody else in the neighborhood is selling. Now, I don't know about where you live, but when I opened up my office, I thought for sure I was going to be the only hypnotist in my area. I mean, I'm in Seattle, in West Seattle, and I hadn't met many hypnotists, right? And I go and I set up my Yelp page and I start to set these other things up and God, what do I recognize? Holy crap, within a mile of my office, there's 14 different hypnotists. And all of a sudden I'm like, competition was the first thing that went into my mind because that was what I had been taught. And I thought, no, wait, this is not competition, right? You need to be able to set yourself apart. We need to be able to offer the same, none of us offer, we all offer the same services. Let's just be real. We offer smoking, we offer weight loss, we offer all this stuff. Do any of us do it the same way? No. Absolutely not. Because I can tell you the way that I speak to my clients, if some of you tried to speak to your clients the way that I speak to some of mine, they wouldn't be coming back to you. I had a psychologist in my office heard me having a conversation, a rather blunt conversation with one of my clients. She was in for her second session. Nothing's working. She wanted her problem. She was so attached to her story that was what she was going, I'm here. I'm like, I don't have time for your bullshit. If you want to sit and come in here and puke on me every week for the next 5 weeks, it ain't gonna happen. That's what therapy is for. We're here to change. And I'm not going to put up with your bullshit. So are you going to do the work, or are you going to sit here and fight for your problem? I'm not interested. And she laughed in tears that day. And I was like, I'm sorry, but you need to decide now, because I'm not your puke bucket, period. And one of the psychologists said, I can't believe you talk to your clients that way. Oh my God, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, I don't have to play in the same sandbox as you, right? I'm not defined by what the mental health industry says that I am required to do. I connect with people on a real level. I've been down in the crap. I've done the work in Codependence Anonymous for more than 20 years. I've taken a crap load of people through that program. I'm not going to bullshit people. I'm not here to coddle people. I'm not here to make them feel great about themselves unless we can change that. We're not going to put a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. That's just stupid, right? Let's just fix things. If we're going to fix it, let's just get to the work and do it, right? But it's not me doing it. It's always them, as you're well aware of. We're just guiders, right? So I needed to set myself apart when I realized that there was all these other people in my area doing the same thing. I had to become a yellow flower in a sea of purple. And that's for my friend Jason over there. I'm a big fan of Jason. I've gone through a lot of Jason's programs. He was one of the first people I met at the NGH convention, the first one I went to.
Considered him a yellow flower.
Well, no.
No, he's the purple.
He's definitely the sea of purple. And I say that in the highest level of regard, right? Because a lot of us are using these same techniques, and that's a good thing. But you need to be able to set yourself apart. And I did that by creating MindSPA Hypnotica. I had clients my massage clients, they'd jump off a bridge if I told them to. It's going to help you. Okay, right? I was charging $125 for a 50-minute massage. I was booked 3 weeks out. I was tired of massage therapy. My hands are still paying for it. I tried to pull those people into my hypnosis business when I first got started. I'm like, you've got these issues. We can do hypnosis for this. We can do hypnosis for this. Let's just get this. And they're like, I don't know so much about that kind of thing. And my Qigong folks, I was like, oh my gosh, we can do this. And I don't know about that. But they all trusted me. I had great rapport with them. I didn't know what the heck was going on. So then I decided to change my tactic. What is it that I am doing that is working right now for me? Relaxation, right? And so I thought, well, how can I do this? How can I make hypnosis work for me rather than me going out and struggling to make it in the hypnosis field, right? So I created these stories. And I said, you like to relax, you like to feel good. How about you come in and you come in for this hypnotic experience, right? And they're like, well, I'm open to that. And so they came in, and this is where it gets good, because the folks that started coming in for the relaxation services, they started to have all these unexpected benefits in their life because of the hypnosis that we were doing. And by that person now coming back for a therapeutic change, because, oh my God, what happens if I direct this hypnosis towards a particular problem I'm having? Now they're coming in every 3 weeks for relaxation work, and once a week for therapeutic work. I've increased my bottom line 7-fold with that one client. And I want you to really grab a hold of that number. 7-fold with one client. It is 7 times more cost effective to keep a client than it is to acquire a new one. That's a big number on your bottom line, on your revenue, is it not? Right? Think about that. And then think about, we all know what ripples do, right? Ripples go out. They don't come in. When we get someone to come in and now all of a sudden they're experiencing this stuff, those people become your biggest fans. Because they're experiencing this stuff that they just didn't know could happen. And it happens effortlessly and easy. Does it not? We've all seen that. I'm assuming we all tell our clients that. I tell all my clients that it's going to be effortless and easy. Right? My weight loss client, one of my weight loss clients came in last week. And I said he had been refusing to get on the scale and weigh himself. Every week he came out, happen to weigh yourself this week, see if you lost any of that weight? No, I'm not. All right, and all through Christmas and all the holidays, and this is a stressful time for a lot of people, right? Because he had a lot of company coming into town. Finally, at the beginning of the year, his company said, all right, well, it's time for you to go get your physical. So he got weighed. And through the holidays, he lost 26 pounds, right? And he was dealing with a lot of stress because he was coming in and seeing me every week and go, oh my God, now the other relatives are here, and my wife is doing this. And I'm like, and how you feeling? I'm actually handling it, right? But he didn't realize. I'm like, so what has changed? He goes, I don't know. I don't know what has changed. I just don't do what I used to do. And I'm like, well, didn't I tell you when you started 5 weeks ago that this was going to be effortless and easy? Well, yeah. All right. Do you believe me now? All right. Right. And so we can use those moments to even increase their ability to perform better with themselves, because now he is ultra aware of the changes that he is making. He's starting to become consciously aware of them now because he's recognizing them. That's okay, Lisa. That's okay. Uh-oh, see, now I got off track. So a great way to break that fix-it barrier is through relaxation work, right? And why is that? Why do I think that? Because relaxation is king. I want you to think about that for a moment. What are we taught from the time that we're this little, right? Your parents work hard to come home and do what? Relax, right? We work hard all week and all year, and we take our vacation so we can do what? Relax. We work really hard all of our lives so we can retire and do what? Relax. So relaxation has become an integral part of the human experience, right? We need to tap into that potential. And we can do that. One of the best things the hypnotic relaxation work can do for this industry, it normalizes hypnosis for the masses, because it's being introduced as a tool that they're all completely aware of and that they're already wanting in their life, relaxation, right? And so when we go up and we talk to people about, do you want to have this experience? Oh yeah, I want to have an experience in relaxation. That's cool. And like I said, when we can normalize this, it opens doors for everybody in the industry that are starting at the very beginning, to the people who have been like Jason or myself. I know Karen, who doesn't happen to be here. We all know Karen from the first day, right? Karen Hannah Harper. She has a program that she calls mind massage, I think, that she does with her clients, right? So she utilizes stuff like this as well to keep those people coming back. And it was yesterday in Sheila's presentation, for any of you that were there, she said, how do corporations make their money? Big corporations make their money because people keep coming back, right? How are you going to make some money, right? Money doesn't need to be your driving force, but let's be realistic here. Let's just be honest. You need to pay your bills, right? And do you want to do what you want to do, or do you want to be lying in someone else's pocket? I don't like lying in other people's pockets, not with my energy and my work. I want to line my pockets with it, right? So we can normalize hypnosis for the masses by offering this sort of work. Now, it's really cool because, and I've broken this down, some folks, let me tell you, I don't like really talking numbers that much, but I'm going to throw a couple in here. The total relaxation industry as a whole generates $516 trillion in the United States each year. $318 billion of that falls under what we call, or what I would consider, the kind of people that you would be targeting, or the people that I target for this type of work. They are people who practice yoga, massage, martial arts, Pilates, Qigong. And I'm going to tell you why. All of these people are invested in themselves. They are already doing what it takes to improve their lives. They are willing to try something new and different. And they're very, very open to group experiences, and that's where it gets really important for you. Because when you get a group of 15 people that after the yoga class on Saturday, stay. And let's do a relaxation thing, hypnotic relaxation, right? Most of the yoga and Pilates people in my neighborhood, I know them. And I've gone to them all, and I've offered them all free services so they can experience what I do, so I can go into their studios and sell my services to their clients. After class, we're going to do this hypnotic relaxation. You get 15, 20 people lying on the floor, paying you $30 a piece. That's not bad for 50 minutes, is it? It's about $700, right? I don't know. I don't charge $25,000 per session. So, you know, for me, if I can get those 20 people, 10 people sitting on that floor for 50 minutes, I'm not doing bad for the hour, right? And here's the really great thing. Those people, they're going to experience the benefits without experiencing therapy, and then they're going to come to you for therapy. And so again, you've increased your bottom line. Those ripples keep going out. Keep jumping in the pool and keep sending the ripples out, right? That's how you're going to create this for yourself. Now, one of the things, these are a couple of examples. I created the MindSPA Hypnotica stuff, and this is why it's so easy to sell. You see these up here. I've got the time experience, and I did not create the graphics for any of these. These are literally the ones that the same visuals that I use to sell the service online in different places, print media, social media, all the same. The artwork itself and the description of it, like the time experience, designed to guide you into a deep state of mental and physical relaxation where trance work revolutionizes the way you view and use time like never before. I did not come up with that. I have a graphics team who created all my graphics for these programs that I do. And I said, you're going to come and have the experience. You're going to then create the graphics around that experience and give me a description. So that way I'm out of the picture. I want what they're experiencing because they're going to be able to relate that to the people that are not hypnotic people like me. And so they created the dream one. Experience a powerful sense of well-being and solution-based problem solving through relaxation in dreams. The MindSPA Dream one is one of the most popular ones I have. I've got an attorney who's got a firm in downtown Seattle, and before they go into trial, those attorneys come in and see me for the dream experience because I seed 3 5-minute dream sequences in their time, and I seed a word, and I'm like, okay, now have an experience on this. And as what it does, it allows their creativity to just explode. Because now, and especially the attorneys, it was kind of funny. I'm like, why do you guys come in here before your trials? It gives us an opportunity to be that much quicker with a response when I need to come back at something, right? And I thought, well, that is awesome. What a great tool. I would never have thought that was, I'm just doing this so you can relax, right? And they're using it as a catalyst for them to be able to create their defenses in some points, right? So they can be that much faster. And I think that's pretty cool that we can do that. The time experience, full of time distortion. I got clients when they come in, they're like, I don't even know what day it is. I'm like, perfect, right? You had a good time, right? Sell the experience. I don't think hypnosis is a bad word. I don't think most of the public think hypnosis is a bad word. What they are exposed to, however, is that hypnosis is to fix stuff. Fix stuff or entertain you, right? Let's all make everybody cluck like a chicken, which we don't do, but, right? But that's what people look at it as a way to fix things or entertainment, that's it. So start selling the experience and you're going to change the way that you're doing things. So, hold on here. The core elements of any kind of service, and I want you guys to be aware of this stuff because it's the same with relaxation work as it is in any of the therapeutic work that we do. We've got an induction. We've got deepeners, phenomena, and this is the really important piece. Phenomena has to be in your story. If it's not, you're doing guided meditation. This is not guided meditation. This is hypnosis. And that distinction has to be there. Otherwise, these people that you're selling it to, these Qigong folks, these martial art folks, they're not stupid. They're going to sit there in that first experience and go, oh, freaking guided meditation. That's not what I paid for. This is imagery. No. Yes, but no. Because imagery and guided meditation doesn't include hypnotic phenomena, right? And we include growth and change metaphors. Subtly, easily, especially in the dreaming one. I seed words, I seed those dream sequences with the words I hear them using in our pre-talk, right? What is it that sounds like it's important to them? And then that's what I'm going to use. And if I can't pick any up, I'll usually use love, is one of the big ones I'll use. Surrender is one that I'll use. With the surrender I'm very careful with. Because surrender has to be with someone who's a little bit more advanced. Because surrender for some people can be extremely frightening. It is not something that they understand the core of what surrender is. They think that means giving up. And so, I need to make sure that they understand that before we go to there with the dreaming thing. Otherwise, it might take them to a low place. And I don't want to do that, right? So, more deepeners, always more deepeners, more deepeners, more deepeners, more deepeners, because it's about relaxation. It's about going deep, 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 deep. And then lots of visuals. I have lots of visuals for my selling of the experience itself, as you saw with the creation of the other stuff. Then when they're in the experience, there's a ton of visuals. The one, I'm going to be gifting everybody who wants to sign up on a sheet, one of these experiences. It was one of the first ones I created. It was created from a testimonial that a client gave me. She said, before I did work with Anthony, I always had this question of me being enough. I just wasn't enough. I wasn't enough for my parents. I wasn't enough for my husband. And after the work that I did with Anthony, I know I am enough. And that inspired me to create a story called You Are Enough. And it is full of visuals. There is one part in it where you're coming up on a meadow and you see a small child, a faceless child, playing in a field of flowers, right? And as you approach this child, it reaches up to hand you one of these flowers, and as you look down, you recognize that it's you, right? And the child whispers in your ear, you are enough. You are enough. It is laced full of visuals, very, very colorful visuals. And it's also, because I'm a big Rumi fan, it's got a lot of Rumi stuff in there. Every one of these different stops on this journey through this magical garden has some sort of Rumi statement in it to load that powerful piece, because I don't know, do you know who Rumi is? Okay. Rumi is a Sufi poet. You know who the twirling dervish are? Okay, so he's a great spiritual, I consider him to be a great spiritual teacher. There's a lot of great books out there by Rumi, tons of great quotes by Rumi, so there's a lot of quotes in my stuff by him, because I really like his stuff. We're going to get, because I want to make sure we have all the stuff, these are what we're going to do right now. You've all got handouts. Let's go ahead on those handouts, and I want you all, and we can do this as a group or whatever. Let's write down what those core elements are, right? I want you to really understand what those core elements are. There's 6 of them. Did you get your hand out? Yeah, okay. What's the first one?
Induction.
Right. So you got to have your induction, and it doesn't matter what kind of induction you use. I use different inductions for different people. I've got ones that I've created. I've got one that I created a couple weeks ago that I'm going to be including in the You Are Enough one, because I really like it. But I'm also going to include, you all know, some of you know I'm a Qigong instructor. I've got a breath induction that I use that is strictly an induction used by breath work, right? And so that is included. But use the induction that works best for you, because that's what's going to work best for your client, right? And so what is that second thing that we need to have on there? Deepeners. Lots and lots of deepeners, right? And then we've got, I need to pull my thing up here. You got metaphors, change metaphors, right?
Change and growth and then metaphors.
Change and growth metaphors, yep. I'm going to go something about these visuals again, because I kind of skipped over this. There are 3 areas for the visuals. There's the beforehand with your marketing. There's during the experience with the experience. And then there's after the experience with post-hypnotic suggestion. And that can be a ton of fun. I use it in all sorts of different ways. You know, the next time you see some goofy child running down the street, you're going to be reminded of your ability to have fun like that child, right? And so, or that's not a real visual one, but I'll include visual ones, I'll include child ones that has to do with different things from the story. You need to be able to continue that on, and post-hypnotic suggestion with different triggers is a great way to do it, as you all are aware. And so, what do I got here? We got visuals. What else we got on there? What do we want here? Phenomena. That's right. That's a big piece.
Can you give an example of that?
A phenomena?
Phenomena, yeah.
I make it super simple.
Okay.
I use an eye lock.
Okay.
Simple eye lock.
Oh, okay.
Right? An eye lock. All right? Because they just need to have the experience that they can't open their eyes.
Sure.
Right? That's all. That's enough for them for that first time. And if there's a different one that you would want to plug in that you're really good at, Jason's great at the stiff arm thing, right? He can do that. If you're really good at whatever it is that you're really good at, use that phenomena. Whatever, but there has to be that piece in there. Again, otherwise it's just guided meditation. And they're going to call you on that, as they should, right? Because then you're not offering the services that you said you were going to offer, which is hypnosis and an experience. So make sure that that is included in everything. Is that all 6? Oh, more deepeners. I got deepeners on there twice. Because deepeners are very important with this piece, because that's what we're doing. We're just taking them deeper all the time. Yes, sir?
Are there particular deepeners that you find make your clients become more relaxed? Does fractionation, does that
you can use fractionation if you would. I mean, I use fraction. I think I've got fractionation in the dreaming as part of the dreaming script. Just as a deepener, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got it in that one.
any deepener that you would find? Because, some people say, hypnosis is not relaxation. So there may be, certain deepeners that may not be conducive to deep relaxation.
Well, I would challenge that in the fact that when I get into my hypnotic voice, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to my folks, and I'm just going along with them, and we're having a really good time, and me talking to them, I've had clients tell me, can you just read a book on tape for me? Right? I'm like, no, but thanks. You can have one of these things that I sell, though, right? Steve G. Jones. He's got that kind of a voice, right? Our voice is extremely important. Our voice can be a deepener. The energy that we use while we're talking to someone is we just get quieter, right? And we start to really allow them to experience it and just move into it, right? We can guide. It is our job to guide them with our voice and our words. That's what we do, right? So use it to your benefit. Let's go ahead and we are going to identify individual and group markets. For me, this was super simple. I talked about it a minute ago. Group markets. Let's talk about group markets first. What kind of groups could you market this sort of thing to in your area? Yes, sir.
Golfers?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a great group.
Hospital employees.
Hospital employees. There's another great group you could target. Yes, sir.
Support groups.
Absolutely. Support groups? Yes. I'll tell you what. People in recovery, and I say this because I spent years and years working the program of CODA, we love to relax and find ways to improve ourselves. So support groups of any kind of anonymous program, those kind of groups are usually really into this sort of thing, right? Because it gets you into yourself, and that's where they want people to be, right? Is in the now and in themselves. So there's several great ones right there already. Anybody else? Gyms. Yes, sir.
First responders.
Absolutely. I had never even thought of that one, quite frankly. This is so cool because my mind goes to yoga studios. That's where, because I came from the massage and Qigong field. So I'm like, all of these helping industries that I was familiar with is where I went with it, right? And so you can see how many different sorts of groups you can go to sell this sort of experience for. Schools, even, right? Teachers at these colleges. Kids love this sort of thing, right? So let's talk about some individual markets. How would you market this to an individual? What kind of individuals would you market this to? What kind of people do you know? Do you do Qigong? Do you do martial arts? Are you a dancer? Are you involved in any kind of group where you can go and talk to people and be like, hey, look at this awesome thing that I do. Come and have this awesome thing. Because again, that pebble in the pond is going to reach to the end, right? And that ride those ripples, ride them. Ride them to the edge of the lake and then get off and you're retired, right? And relaxed. So all sorts of individual and group markets. Did everybody get that? Yes.
In these group sessions, is there anything that you do to accommodate for individual preferences? Maybe not everybody wants to be in a garden. Maybe someone wants to be, so you just do it one way?
Do it one way.
Okay.
Nope.
One group not mentioned is corporations.
That'd be good. I've tried to get into Amazon because I'm in the same city as that punk-ass company. I have a lot of Amazon employees as my clients because that is a brutal company to work for. Brutal. I haven't heard horror stories like that come from anywhere from those employees. And guess what? They're opening up right across from you at Crystal City, aren't they? Yep. Right near Crystal City. Yeah, have fun. It'll change Arlington. It'll change your area like no one's business. Ugh.
Yeah, they're up in Colorado Springs.
Oh, you poor thing.
I live 100 miles away. I'm fine.
I think Amazon destroyed Seattle. I think they destroyed Seattle. They've made it a very cold city, but that's neither here nor there.
Do you do any commercial fishermen up there? Because they go out 24.
Yeah,
stay up all night long and.
I don't think I've had anybody like that for the relaxation work. I've had that for pain management. Yeah, I've worked with some fishermen. I've worked with some really, I work with some major rednecks. They're just like, I didn't even know that you would be interested in something like this, quite frankly, but cool. They're rough, some of them. Yeah. But the thing is that's my issue. That I think that, why would they do that, right? And how goofy is that for me, who is all about limitless and change? I opened them with welcome arms, obviously, but it was just kind of an interesting surprise that I wasn't expecting. So, let's identify host businesses. What kind of businesses will host this for you? And let me tell you what, you can find businesses that will host this for nothing. Nothing. I don't pay any of the yoga people that I use their studio. I don't pay them. They get to be part of the experience. I don't pay them.
So you are.
But I'm not putting cash out of pocket, right? There's an energetic exchange, but there's no cash out of pocket, right? And a lot of these companies, like you, if you wanted to do corporate work, they're not going to charge you to come in, right? They're going to pay you to come in, and they're going to provide you the space. So, again, this is where knowing people in, oops, we're going to go back one here. Oops. Okay. This is where really getting to know your community, really getting to know the Qigong, the massage, all of those folks, in my opinion, that's the easiest target for this stuff. Because these are people that, like I said, that are already doing this sort of work and they're going to be very open to it. So we're going to move on because I'm starting to run out of time and I want to cover some stuff that I haven't covered yet. So this next one, the benefits of relaxation work. Fail-proof. And it is fail-proof. You cannot fail by relaxing, right? Build your skills, build your practice, build community awareness. That's a really big thing. When you're out talking to the Rotary clubs, to your BNI groups, if you belong to BNI, Business Networking International, any of these Chamber of Commerce, any kind of community work you can do if you're at the library doing something. Now, I've never been able to charge for anything at a library because they don't allow that generally. You can use their space, but you're not going to charge there, right? You're not going to benefit that way. You're going to benefit because of those ripples, throwing that rock in the water and sending that stuff out, sending the energy out, right? So build your personal and business success. You know, this can be a really great model to build your business with, because you don't have to worry about all of the negativities that may come with an ab reaction. I utilize ab reactions. I was taught 5-path was the first thing I was taught, which is 5-phase ab reactive therapeutic hypnosis. And, oh, not anymore. That's right, Brenda, sorry. 5-phase advanced now. But it's not a bad word, right? We think of it as a bad word, but it's not. I mean, it's a means to an end for some people. I don't like to use it anymore. I mean, but if someone goes into that state, I know how to work with it, sure. Right? But you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff so much. Now, I want to see all of you seeding your communities with happy, healthy, successful people. If we as a community, as a hypnotic community, can go out there and we can start to plant our neighborhoods and the people around us with happy people, what happens?
The waves collapse.
Right. Communities start to change. Attitudes start to change. We, as a profession, we have the ability to direct the way the world is moving, because we are full of suggestions, right? Let's utilize that as a collective and start improving the people of everybody around us. Because in doing so, we improve our own lives, right? We know the political chaos. I love political chaos. I live in an ultra-liberal city. I'm kind of hoping Trump wins because it's going to build my business up again, right? The first time he won, I was slammed. Oh my God, I know myself. I'm like, 4 years, people, come on. 4 years, he'll be okay, right? You've been through worse things, I can assure you. So, you know, we have that ability as an industry to help direct the way the world is moving. Let's use that to our benefit and to the world's benefit, right? Until we as a community start to do more to normalize hypnosis, we are going to remain on the fringe. We're going to be those people that are out there doing that woo-woo thing, a thing that people don't understand, that is only for entertainment and for changing things. We need to do more than just fix it, right? How many of you remember the 80s? Yeah. That's me. Massage, Qigong, yoga, Pilates in the 80s, even early 90s. How many of you people really knew about that stuff? Even chiropractic work in the early 80s. People remember that stuff? Not around much. The first chiropractors I saw was when I moved to LA in 87, and these people were walking around with white turbans on their head and these like white garbs. And they were called Khalsa Chiropractic, I think. They were all Khalsa something or another. But I was like, whoa, we're chiropractic, I'm cracking my bones, right? And now, it's as common as a walk in the park, all those things. Yeah. Right? I mean, no one questions that. No one questions massage anymore. No one questions Qigong, Pilates, all that stuff. You see those everywhere. We should be doing that with hypnosis. There should be a hypnotist on every damn corner. And for those of you who have a scarcity mindset, stop it. Just stop. None of us are competing with another one, even if we are on every single corner. You know what that actually means? It means that we're in demand. It means that there's more business for us, not less. Do you think Starbucks has ever once thought, I shouldn't open 50 of these things? Thank you, Michael. I shouldn't open 50 of these in the same neighborhood. They're all over Seattle. It's disgusting. But you know, right next to Starbucks, there's a Boyd's Coffee House.
And another Starbucks.
And another Starbucks, right? We're not competing. The more of us there are, the merrier. The more changes that we're able to make in the world. So celebrate when you see someone coming into your community. I reach out to people in my community. It's how I've met other hypnotists in my community. I'm like, hey, let's get together and have coffee. Let's talk. And they're like, oh, some of them are like, I don't know about that. You know, what do you do? Hypnosis. Well, but what about, we're not competition, dude. We're just not. You certainly don't do what I do. And I know that I don't do what some of them do. Use relaxation as a tipping point for the industry. We can do the hard work, always pushing uphill, trying to help people fix things. We can make it super simple. We can offer relaxation services, and we can just get our businesses going. And we can just run with it, right? How exciting is that we don't have to worry about that other stuff? Now, again, the relaxation industry, $318 billion, unlimited availability for all of you people, cash in pocket. You got the fix-it, or the mental health industry, $195 billion industry-wide in the United States. Less than 1% of that is available to you. And I think that even less than that is available to you, because you're not a licensed mental health counselor, most of you. So you can't bill insurances, which is where the mental health industry resides. And you don't want that anyway. As a massage therapist, I charged $125 for a 50-hour session. I was also a Blue Cross Blue Shield massage therapist, had a contract with them. You know how much they gave me? $60. What do I want? I want cash, people. I want the money in my pocket where I'm not having to do that other stuff. So use that. Think about that. Celebrate the fact that we are not part of the insurance industry. Don't allow yourself to get hooked into that. We need to be, if we normalize it and we get into that, we're going to be legitimized. No, we're legitimate without it. We're more legitimate without it. So go out there, grab your success, because you can all make this industry work for you. And you can all be as successful as you want to be. Now, I think that, does somebody, Donna, you might have a piece of paper that people could sign up for. I've got the You Are Enough. I'm going to be making some changes to it this week, but if you're here and you want to sign up on a piece of paper, I will be more than happy to send you for free one of my MindSPA experiences. I've also got the Dream Experience and the Time Experience here on USB that comes with all the visuals and all the different scripts. I usually sell these for $295 for folks here today. Anybody who might be interested, I'll give it to you for $100. And if you're more interested and you want music to go with it, send me an email. I couldn't fit the music on this, but I've created my own music for this stuff. I'll send you the music via WeTransfer, because I couldn't fit it on the disc. I got one that was just too small a little bit. So that's what I have. Does anybody have any questions, comments, opinions?